Usually with these reviews, I try not to go into the spoilers, but this one, I will. This is going to be a very spoiler-heavy review. So when I was trying to see Scary Movie here in London, I had to find a cinema that was still playing it. So I went to a cinema I've never been to before, and I watched it. Funny enough, there was no one with me until around 10 minutes into the movie, 2 guys came in, which I found it a bit funny. Also, I decided to take this review a bit more seriously. I had a little check mark that I wrote it while watching the movie, I know. But I just was curious to see how many times I would laugh, and it's not going to be a deep belly loud laugh. It's more like a not but so in total I did 24 laughs, 37's meh, and 57 no laughing. But I kind of stopped towards the end, if that paints a better picture for you. Anyway, welcome to Pass the Popcorn. Let's talk about this Scary Movie 6. Okay, so the premise of the movie, Ghostface is back. He's targeting Cindy's daughters, Sarah and Tuesday. And they bring the old gang back together and they have to figure out who the killer is. The most hilarious thing about it is that Cindy and her daughter Sarah are constantly competing with each other. Sarah's saying like, oh, the killer is clearly after me. And Cindy just says, no, he's using you as bait to get to me. And the competitiveness is hilarious. There's a scene where Sarah was doing the famous callback of, what are you waiting for? And Cindy had to stop her and show her like, no, this is how you do it. The actor who played Sarah, by the way, fantastic job. I honestly thought she might be related to Anna Faris in some way, and I love how they were constantly competing with each other.
Oh, neglecting my children so I can prepare to kill Ghostface should he ever return.
And I also thought that Brenda being a really good mom and Cindy being a terrible mom. Like, Cindy did some pretty bad stuff, which explains why Sarah hates her so much. Meanwhile, Brenda has 2 wonderful good kids. So everyone comes back, everyone makes an appearance, and it's just them finding out who the killer is, old school Scary Movie 1. But it wasn't the same as Scary Movie 1. So I'm going to quickly talk about what really worked in the film. 100% the old school characters. The chemistry is strong, the delivery is perfect. It's as if they just never stopped acting together, these guys. Another thing I liked is how they brought back Shorty and his friendship with the killer, how they've always been cool. If you remember in the films, they're always hanging out together, smoking some weed, playing some games, doing some rap. And the killer always kills everyone around him but Shorty. He literally has the ultimate plot armor.
That was the illest rhyme I ever seen, son!
But their performances were at least much better than the younger characters. They, unfortunately, got the most meh scores from me. Like, maybe some jokes might have worked on paper, but I don't know if it was the directing or the actors, but the delivery did not sell it to me. A lot of the best jokes were really the throwaway ones, like stuff that you see in the background. There's a lot of callbacks in the original, and it's a shame that the legacy characters didn't have that much. Like, they were there, but it was mostly focused on the younger kids. Now, some things I didn't really like. The list is a bit longer than this one. Though my no laughs list is 57. It's 57 dashes I did. But the thing is, I saw the film just the other day, and I am completely forgetting what I didn't like. You know what I mean? The movie wasn't that memorable. It only has glimmers of moments that were really good. I feel like if I didn't write anything down while I was watching it, I probably would have forgotten it by the time I recorded this. Which kind of makes me sad because when I remember Scary Movie, my God, it was amazing. The original film arrived at like a perfect time. Horror was arguably at the height of pop culture. It was practically everywhere. The genre was packed with recognizable icons. Scary Movie didn't need to explain the joke. The audience had already done most of the work. The film simply exaggerated everything.
Oh my God, we hit a boat! Where's the fort?
The dramatic speeches became ridiculous. The killers became incompetent. The jump scares became punchlines. It was messy and mature, incredibly stupid, and that's exactly the point. The franchise was never operated like a carefully crafted comedy. It operated like a shotgun. A joke fires, another one, then another and another. Some hit, others miss. The film barely pauses long enough for you to decide which is which. That's the formula that carried the franchise through multiple sequels and inspired an entire new wave of parody films. For a while, it seemed like everyone wanted a piece of the pie. But eventually, the wheels started falling off. The targets became broader, the jokes lazier. Instead of parodying specific films, they started moving towards everything. Reality TV, celebrities, politics, internet trends. Just whatever happened to be popular that week. The focus disappeared and then the audiences just stopped laughing. The parody boom came to an end, and Scary Movie quietly disappeared with it. As a result, some of these sequences feel less like a fully developed parodies and more like quick reminders that a movie exists. Sometimes that approach works, like the Final Destination references. It was brief in the background, but you got it. That's taking a familiar idea and stretching it, not until the point it breaks. The problem is that the movie doesn't always show the same level of restraint. A parody doesn't work simply because audiences recognizes a reference. Recognition shouldn't be the punchline. The joke still has somewhere to go. The best parody films take something familiar and push it to the ridiculous conclusions. So let's be honest, no one wanted to come see the movie because of the new characters anyway. They wanted to see the old guard. People showed up because they want to see Cindy, Brenda, Shorty, Doofy. And that's what becomes a little bit frustrating because while the cast is back, not everyone feels equally important. Anna Faris and Regina Hall slip back into these roles with ease, like they never left. Cindy remains the reluctant survivor, constantly trapped in increasingly ridiculous situations, while Brenda still has that chaotic energy that made her one of the most memorable characters in the franchise. Also, look at them. They barely aged a day. Whenever those two were on the screen, the movie wakes up. You remember why the audiences loved the film in the first place. When I was sitting with those two other people, the only times that they did laugh was when Brenda says a joke or Cindy says something. Or Doofy just being Doofy. That was the only time I actually heard other people laugh. Even Shorty as a streamer reference worked fantastically. If he was a real person, he would 100% be one of the biggest streamers on Kick. I want to talk about what the problem really is with the movie. I don't know if anyone else has covered this yet, but the problem is that Scary Movie 6 is trying to compete with the internet. Okay, let me just explain. The second a movie is released, memes are already being made, parodies are being made, animations, fan edits, all of it's already being done. The whole satire and parody already exists online. And when you're trying to make a movie, well, that takes months of writing, prep work, casting, hiring people, finding sets, doing set design, costuming, makeup, everything. So by the time the jokes that you've written were funny, maybe a year and a half ago, it doesn't work now. I feel like it's a really difficult task to compete with that, especially if your parody film relates to politics or anything going on currently globally. Yeah, I feel like the film would have been much better if they just stuck with movies. Personally, for me, I think it would have done better. Was I offended by the jokes? No. Did I like the jokes? No. It was just meh. Anyway, and yeah, it's just a shame. The old guard did so well. The new cast, no chemistry, didn't laugh at all, nothing. The only good thing about them is that Sarah did a good job impersonating Cindy. But that's it. And it's a shame because 26 years later, Cindy and Brenda are still funnier than most references surrounding them. If nothing else, Scary Movie has managed to accomplish something that many people thought was impossible. It got us talking about Scary Movie again. Got us rewatching it again. I pulled out some of my DVDs to remember, and after more than 2 decades, that might be the franchise's most impressive trick. Anyway, what do you guys think of Scary Movie? Please, I would love to know. Because quite frankly, I didn't hate the film, because I knew what it was going in. It's gonna be a parody film, might not be good, but it's Scary Movie. I think people are blowing it way out of proportion. Like, we know what it is. We understand what the film is about. So why are you taking it so personally? It's not meant to be good or decent. It's just Scary Movie. It has its good moments. It does. And it just was disappointing throughout, but that's it. I don't know why people are really getting offended over this. I know, maybe it's just me.
Now the movie's about to come on.
Go to the bathroom. Here, take your hot sauce.
Hurry up now, don't be long. Back up, let him through. You move back some, you don't own the theater.
Anyway, what do you guys think about this movie? Let me know down below. And if you like this, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Also recommend your favorite movies, please. And yeah, pass the popcorn.